Hello, everyone. It is January 4th, year 2020. Happy New Year. This is something I wrote called Why Self-Transformation Can Be a Scary and Difficult Process. So, we are beings of expansion and growth. Our lives are constantly changing, and we are always evolving from our experiences during these changes. From heartbreak to moving cities, changing career paths, or even changing our hobbies and interests as we dig deeper into the truth of who we are and how to live our best lives. For example, I used to love a good party and drinking with the guys on the weekends. And there's nothing wrong with this, but as I developed a deeper relationship with myself, I came to a greater understanding of who I am and how I like to spend my time on this earth. I have always been drawn to spirituality. I love making and practicing spells. And spells, by the way, are soulful affirmations with ingredients that really help to manifest what you want in this life. But I love meditating, yoga, crystals, and writing. I love meeting new people and hearing their life stories and how they came to be where they are now. I love the forest, I love nature, and I love all the deeper aspects of life. And so, as I got to know all this about myself, I came to enjoy my old habits and activities less and less. This also meant the people I associated myself with, and they are wonderful people, but I came to an understanding that I really truly do not relate with them on a deeper level. I found that I could barely hold a conversation with most of the people I surround myself with, because I just didn't relate to them, and our hangouts always involved drinking and smoking. As much as I love these things once in a while, I could feel deep into my heart and soul that it was no longer meant for me, and I don't need these things in order to enjoy my time and feel belonging. In some cases, I have learned people who do not follow their truths or know their worth will end up in much less meaningful connections with others and even make life choices that are not in alignment with who they truly are. This tends to be because we get caught up in the distractions and busy society we are creating. We don't allow ourselves the time to learn about who we are and live life in according to what is true to us. We are told since we are young to be a police officer, a nurse, to go to college or university, because we are not enough as we are. Why did we create these ideas and concepts that we have to be a certain thing that the world sees us as in order to have purpose? Yes, we need people working in these careers, but that's not necessarily for all of us. It just depends on who you are and what is true to you. Did you know we're encouraged to go to school and get a real job, quote unquote, even if we aren't sure what that would be? And what is a real job? Well, to me, it's a job that makes us happy and fulfilled doing it. And a lot of the time, people come out of college, in tons of debt with a small chance of actually finding a career in the field they just stressed and studied over. Many people in the lower mainland of Canada end up in low-paying jobs because there's such a competitive job market. And because it is such an expensive place to live, there's a lot of the time, people can't find the job they have studied for and are stuck in a low-paying job, trying to afford the bills and pay off tons of debt. And this is why it is incredibly important to listen to yourself and work to understand what is right for you and pursue a lifestyle and career that is truly meaningful to you, regardless of whether it is a logical career choice, quote unquote, because you will not live this particular lifetime again, so make the best of your time here. You are here to experience, and we all want to experience what is meaningful to us and what is good. So then we have the security trap. People want love and belonging, so it's incredibly scary to change up our lives. I lost my place. So it's incredibly scary to change up our lives, even if we know in our hearts it needs to be done. This is a terrifying process because if we leave that job or that friend group, we are not only losing our sense of security and belonging, we are also losing our current sense of self. And when we dive into the unknown, which every change, good or bad, brings us so much uncertainty, we want to cling on to what we already know and understand. However, If we continue to hold on to things that no longer serve our highest good, we can find ourselves stuck in states of dissatisfaction and discontentment. When we don't take the time to build a strong relationship and solid foundation with ourselves, we can get too caught up in the fear of change and cling to security. But we will feel as though something in our lives is missing, because our inner being knows what is true for us. We end up feeling lonelier around the people and circumstances we cling to, because there's no true depth or connection to the truth of who we are, and so the same goes for the world around us and the people in our lives. If we do not follow our internal guidance system, we cannot expand, and so life can seem mundane or dull. This is why we shouldn't ignore our feelings. So, if we need to cry, just cry. You are trying to tell yourself something that you aren't aware of yet. Many of us say the truth hurts, but I believe it sets us free. Because it's a painful or sad experience doesn't mean the truth is bad. It is the universe communicating with your inner being that you are in need of something, and that you may not be in alignment with who you truly are. Change is scary, and it can be painful and so uncertain. But this is how we learn and grow, through experience. Allowing ourselves to be fully in the storm of uncertainty and struggle within us, we can come to understand why we feel this way, and allow it with love and compassion. When we take care of ourselves instead of judge ourselves for feeling bad, we can then vibrate off the beauty, love, and acceptance that the universe has to offer. It is through our deepest emotions that we learn about who we truly are. Allowing ourselves to be what we are feeling and be true to ourselves, and know we have to let some things go that no longer serve us, is one of the greatest forms of self-love and development we can offer ourselves. And this also means being patient with ourselves and nurturing how we feel. Just ignore that phone ringing. Allow yourself the change that may come your way, or the ones you consciously make. Life is ebb and flow. We will not always experience darkness, and we will not always experience light. Everything is always changing and transforming. When we allow this, we become wiser and more understanding. We learn to live a better quality of life when we let go of things that need to change. Life is constant death and rebirth. And this is how we expand who we are and learn to love and understand things we couldn't before. This is how we find or create careers and lifestyles we truly enjoy. And this is how we meet people that we can really relate to. When we are true to ourselves, we meet people and circumstances that are true to us as well. Thanks, and have a good day, guys.